on, y'all? It's DG back with another video. Today, going to be giving y'all a quick review on these right here. Kyrie Irving's latest basketball shoe, pretty much, with Anta. The shoe that he'll start wearing this upcoming NBA season, the Anta Shockwave 5. So let's get right into it. The first one is Dark Matter. This one is most reminiscent of what Kyrie has been wearing. It's not exactly the same, I'll get into that soon. But this one is a black galaxy pair called Dark Matter. Second pair that I have is this white and pretty much multicolor a little bit. And this is called Magic Potion. So it's a little bit interesting because Kyrie has actually been wearing the shoe, but in the Pro version. And the Pro version looks to me a little bit more sleek, probably has a different outsole and is more engineered for indoor courts. This Anta Shockwave 5 is made for outdoor courts, and you can see that through the traction itself. So this traction is super duper flat, and you can tell that this is made for outdoor use. The rubber is extremely hard, and I'm not saying that you cannot use this indoors because you most definitely can. I've been using Anta products for a couple of years now, and the Shock the Game series is a model specifically made for outdoors pretty much, and that traction was absolutely killer. So I would expect these to perform just as well, because y'all know, I've always said this, especially about clay shoes, and even the past Antas that I've talked about in the past, even the Gordon Haywards, the traction is always good. So this essentially is the outdoor version of the Shock the Game. This is what a lot of people are seeing. A lot of people are buying these. These are the most available, but the Pro version is what Kyrie has been actually wearing. To go over the materials real quick, I am not a fan of them, to be quite honest. It's very plasticky, and the good thing about that, I guess, is that they feel really flexible. Like, look at this upper, you can really move it around and stuff like that, and it has a little bit of stretch to it, but it's not premium whatsoever. There's mesh, but it's covered in a bunch of fuse, so it's not premium at all. However, for the price and for the performance, this is pretty much a good option for outdoors and indoors. In terms of the materials, I think they are pretty durable. In terms of the cushion, they're using full-length nitrogen foam. That is one of Anta's most premium cushioning technologies. And in this shoe, trying it on, it's not anything too crazy. Obviously, it is, at the end of the day, a guard shoe. And so there's a lot of court feel in the front. However, there is some compression in the back, and you can feel the cushion just a little bit. So this is nothing like the Jordan 38 off the top of my head, or full-length Zoom Strobel, or anything of that nature. So if you're looking for that type of cushion, then I would look elsewhere. But this is still a really solid cushioning setup that does provide some impact protection. In terms of the fit of this shoe, it fits true to size, but it is pretty tight. So for me, it fits pretty much perfect, but it's to the point where I don't really have to tighten the laces. It's like one of those shoes. So take that for what you will. If you are a super duper wide footer, then I would recommend going up half a size. But if you are a regular footer or a narrow footer, I would just stay true to size. What I really like about the fit though, is that it has a bunch of Achilles pillows in the back portion where your Achilles and ankle is. So I really like that. I really like a lot of padding around my heel, and that also gives you better lockdown. My first impression about the shoe actually was what I was talking about earlier, and it is pretty like flexible because the materials aren't anything too crazy. So you can really like just bend this shoe in all sorts of directions. Even the heel counter is not too crazy. Like, you can still maneuver it just a little bit. So just expect that when you get this shoe. In terms of the support of this model, I have not played in these yet. This is just a first impressions review, but there is a lot of plastic on the side, like a plastic cage. So that will help with the support. There's also a carbon fiber plate in this shoe, so that also helps with support underneath your foot. So in terms of this being like a guard shoe, I don't really see myself having any issues unless I feel like I'm gonna roll my ankle, which I don't. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been using Anta for a long time now, like a couple of years. I've been partnering with them since like the pandemic actually, or even before that. Yeah, even before that, like in early 2019 or 2018 actually. They've reached out to me. We've had a little bit of a connection. And so Anta has been really good in terms of performance every single year. They're one of the most underrated basketball shoe brands specifically. Obviously, like Li Ning and all of these other Asian brands are just so good at basketball performance. But my experience has always been with Anta primarily over the past few years, along with Way of Wade. And I can really attest to Anta performance across the board. I have not played in this specific model yet, but I can assure you that it'll probably be a solid, if not really good performer. I have to performance test it and do all of that to really validate those claims. But based on like my historical history and performance with that brand and working with them, most shoes have been really, really good from them. I would say that my favorite actually has been the KT8. And before that, it was the KT5. I really liked the KT5, but that shoe weighed a lot and I actually didn't really like the aesthetics. But other than that, the only shoe that I kind of disliked was the Gordon Hayward line, besides the last one. Like the most recent one I liked, but the Gordon Hayward line, the first shoe that they sent me, I think the ones, I didn't really like the fit on those, and the traction was awesome. It kind of reminded me of this, honestly. And what I'm saying is that there's just so many good performers from Anta. Shock the Game series was just absolutely amazing. Like the Shock the Game 1 to 3, I think I got, and that traction even worked well indoors and outdoors, obviously, because that's an outdoor primarily shoe. Overall, y'all, what I'm trying to tell you is that if you do decide to get a pair because you are a fan of Kyrie Irving, don't have low expectations, because Anta has been really killing it lately, especially with the KT8. Even the colorways, guys, like these colorways are very good, especially this dark matter one. I'm very impressed. It's not the most premium. I talked about that. I don't like the materials, but just look at it from afar. It looks really good. I really do hope that they make the Pro version more available, because that's exactly what Kyrie is wearing, and that is the indoor option. Anta's been doing so many great things. It's just really about market share and how many US consumers can they grab, because they need to do better marketing here. They're obviously working with influencers to do reviews like these. So there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of hoopers to hop onto Anta, especially with Kyrie. Klay Thompson has been leading the KT line, but now the Kyrie Irving line has resurfaced under a new brand, Anta, and this shoe is the start of it. Although this is not his signature shoe, this will be kind of the shoe that he will wear in the beginning of the season until his signature shoe is ready. Looking forward to the marketing with Kyrie, especially this upcoming season, because I promise you, all the kids and all the fans of Kyrie Irving like myself are definitely going to be tuning in to Anta and what they'll be doing. One thing I can assure you guys, though, is that the colorways that Anta has released and have done in the past are absolutely amazing. The packaging is top tier. So in terms of presentation, in terms of aesthetics, in terms of looks, that's going to really, really take off, in my opinion, especially here in the States, where people are just wanting different colorways. They're wanting something new, because it's pretty much dominated by Nike and Adidas right now. So really looking forward to Anta and what they're going to be doing with Kyrie Irving. Let me know what you guys think of these Shockwave 5s, and stay tuned for a future performance review. Make sure to subscribe, it really helps me out. One of the top ways that you can support me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.